who I am excited to talk about Ball X Pit today. It's without a doubt my favorite top roguelite of the last year. So let's hop into it. Let's go balls deep.
I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep in love.
Now, this weird brickbreaker mashup roguelite is brought to us by developer Kenny Sun and Friends and publisher Devolver Digital, which I know people don't consider them indie anymore, but to me they kind of are, so I'm sticking with it. Now, my plan today is I'm going to give you a review of Ball X Pit before I show you my tips and trick guide, so you have a good rounded idea of what the game is, and then I'll entice you even more with showing you how these builds really evolve like Pokemon. It's dope. As always, I don't own the music in this video, but dude, I gotta show it off. It's so good. And of course, click the link above my head to go to my playlist to check out all the games I've already covered. Guarantee you, your next dirty fix is in there. So go on, get your dirty little fix. But yeah, dude, let's go balls deep in this brickbreaker roguelite as we hop into Ball X Pit.
You're talking about balls deep.
I'm talking about balls deep. We're talking about balls deep in love.
Now, as we hop into the review, as always, I base it on a couple categories: visuals and graphics, music and sound, gameplay, story, and then my overall review on a scale of 1 to 10. And I always base it on the price of the game, and this is $15. This is an outrageous price for the amount of content you're getting, so $15 is just a great price. I would have paid $20, $25, honestly. So let's start out by going into visuals and graphics, and dude, just out the gate, this is a 12 out of 10 for me. It all works. I love the 3D voxel-like graphics, but they all have a pixelated edge to them. It feels like high-class Nintendo 64, and I love all of it, even like old PlayStation. It just works. All the characters look unique. They even have their own unique health bars. They don't have to do that, but they did. Add in the fact that the enemies look unique, they have unique attack animations, all the balls have their own unique style to them, including the relics, and you can even see it when the balls fly out doing their own effects. And that brings me to the visuals, where everything has its own motion and animation. But even then, when we go to the farming segment, the buildings look unique and you can zoom in to see them. And as they level up, they get new aesthetics to them. It's beautiful. There's always an evolving art style with this that just flows wonderfully. So again, 12 out of 10. Then we hop into music and sound, and I'm gonna go ahead and praise it again. I love the music and sound in this. All the balls have a repeated sound effect, and they don't need unique ones because that'd be overstimulating as hell. But you can hear all of them rattling off the enemies. The enemies have sound effects. The farming area has sound effects. It's all unique and works while bringing the game to life. But add in the fact that the music is killer. I mean, check out just the farming theme here. It's super chill. But then when you get into the battles, the music picks up and gets really hectic, almost church choir wise, the longer you go in. I mean, listen to this. It's great. And so for me, like, music and sound just blend so well that it's a 10 out of 10. Now we get into gameplay, and whoo boy, just 12 out of 10 out the gate. This is brickbreaker. Therefore, it's already easy to understand, but damn hard to master, because every single character has a unique playstyle. One of them has a shield, so it is just like brickbreaker. Others are able to duplicate their balls. Others have ghost balls. Like, all of them have unique patterns, but later on, you can even combine the characters so they can play together, creating a dual build, which adds in more creativity, almost like Mario Kart Double Dash, and it works well. But add in the fact that you can evolve the balls like a Pokemon evolution by combining them to make something new, along with the relics, is sick. It lets you have so much build variety and diversity that it's fun to do run after run and see what you can come up with, especially because you're going to lock so much. Add in all the fact that with the farming section of the game, adding in like Tetris building, you use this to level up your characters, and you have to be strategic on how you place it. And there's just many little variables that it's a very deep and complex game for being brickbreaker based, and I love all of it. Now we get to the story, and I think there's a story. I didn't pay attention that hard, especially after all the hours I put into this, and I don't really care. I don't really need a story. It doesn't matter. So just for the sake of the video, and I love this game, I bet the story is decent. If there is one, I'm just gonna go a 10 out of 10. Hate me or love me, it doesn't matter. Now this will bring me to my final review score, and you guessed it. On a scale of 1 to 10, it is a 10 out of 10. This is my kind of game. It's strategic, it's real time, you have different builds you can mess with, there's so much room for creativity and experimentation, and that's what roguelites are about. It's about mastering the game, mastering the skill, mastering the builds, and this does it in droves with a unique art style, great soundtrack, unique characters, fun game systems, and they're all fleshed out. And for me, I can't really ask for more from a roguelite, so it's perfect. Now that you have my great review, I want to go ahead, hop in, and give you some gameplay commentary and show you an overview of the game along with a run to showcase how much diverse builds you can have. And I'll tell you about each of the balls along the way so you have some good tips and tricks for when you buy this game and fall in love as well. So tell you what, let's do it, let's hop to it. It's time for my tips and tricks of Ball X Pit, and what better way to start off than the sim management system you can see right here. Now this is a system that is really overwhelming in the beginning of the game because you don't know what you're working with. As you build it, it gets a lot easier, but this is your meta progression, this is your upgrade, this is how you progress in the game altogether. And let me give you a rundown because this is kind of what your farm's gonna look like, especially if you are strategic about it as time moves forward. You are going to have your left section, which is your storage section. If you look at all these buildings right here, these buildings, once you complete them, unlock characters, unlock new gameplay abilities, unlock new passives, unlock special effects, harvesting abilities, and so you can upgrade these in numerous times. So like the Watchtower's level 3. And one of the cool features about Ball X Pit is how seamless this management system is. If you look, this building's blue. This means I can upgrade it right now because it's not fully upgraded. Red means I cannot upgrade it right now because I need more resources. All of these are fully upgraded. So this half of my farm is only storage. They're just out of the way. Up here, I have it to where I have buildings that I'm going to keep upgrading for later. This is my money pit. This is where I'm getting coins every time, and I'll show you that in a minute and explain more. Then you have your farm. This is where you get the resources that you see up in this top right corner. Money, wheat, wood, stone. All of these are needed to build different resources. So if we look right here, you can go to your build menu, harvest menu. This is how we just go straight to the game. Rearrange, expand. So in build, you can build different farm plots to get different resources, different buildings. I only have 3 left to unlock, technically 4 with this one. New passive start at level 2. Now, you can rearrange everything, and the reason I want to show you this, as you get through, one thing it doesn't show you that I think would be important. If you hold your select button, you can drag and drop a bunch of items at once. This is just a really good thing to know. Now, I want to show you the money pit, and then we're going to get straight to the game. So the money pit, all these buildings I can bounce my guys off of, and this is the big feature here. You're gonna bounce them just like almost playing billiards on your iPhone or just pool in general, and bouncing off corners for a select amount of time. This is where you can get money, or you can go farm resources, but these houses I have already farm everything for me. So you can go through here, let's just watch them go. All my boys. And I collected 2150 from that. That's a huge chunk of change. You're gonna start out collecting like 30 coins. So your goal is to make a tightly knit set of banks, mines, gold mines. Get them to level 3 so they can just bounce repeatedly. This little thing right here, the Iron Fortress, adds 4+ build points to all nearby scaffolds. So you have to bounce off buildings to build them and upgrade them. This thing, just by tapping it, automatically adds these bump points to everything in its radius, and so you can use this in here for optimal build. Now that's kind of the best I can give you on the sim management side of it because, well, there's a lot to go over and you're going to be overwhelmed in the beginning, but as long as you remember to have a farming section, a money section, and your storage/building section, you'll be okay. And you get more of this stuff back here, so like you can actually expand and make this area bigger. I don't really need it anymore, but it's fine. Now, let's actually get to the meat and potatoes. We're gonna play. So one thing you unlock as this game goes through is the ability to use 2 characters at once, and every character has a unique play style. So because of that, there's a fun, ridiculous amount of creations you can do with this. So let me just run you through some of the characters. This guy right here, the tactician, makes it where instead of continually moving, it is a turn-based mode where you can just shoot randomly. The juggler lobs balls in the air, which allows them basically to land over enemies and hit bigger areas. It's really busted, because normally you're going to only be able to hit enemies from the front, which we'll show in a minute. And so you're going to have to wave through them. This guy kind of breaks that and allows you to just drop into enemies. Now, the shield bearer has a big shield, making it like classic brickbreaker, where it's a platform you bounce things off of. The cohabitants are going to be the one along with the embedded that will get you really far in this game. I want you to remember this. The embedded makes it to where all balls pierce enemies, meaning they go through them. So your ball, every time you shoot it, hits every enemy in the row versus just the one up front. The cohabitants give you double the amount of balls because you get 2 streams of them at half the damage, but you can buff this all to hell as you go through. So I'm going to show you why this build is so broken. So we're going to do the cohabitants, and we're gonna do the embedded. I feel like this is a great way, not the embedded, to show you how busted the game can be. So these are the 2 we're gonna go through. These are all the places you can visit. For the moment, I like the fungal forest a lot, so we're gonna go through here. Now, let's go ahead, hop into it. I've already beat it with these characters. We're going to run through this. I'm going to show you exactly how this works, the upgrades I would pick, and how it's going to run. So if you look, I got my 2 friends. I have it set up to where I can have a ball chosen as I go through here. So I get an extra pick at the beginning. Normally, you do not get this. This is something you unlock later on. But this allows me to show you combinations. Meaning, if you look over there, if I combine my poison ball, which just poisons enemies, with the wind ball, which travels through enemies, I can make a poison mist. Now, I have a couple others here. And what we're going to do for the moment, we're going to go ahead and pick... We're going to pick fire. Now, fire is a good one because it's just burn damage. If, when you start this game out, your goal will be for your strategy to be getting these affixes. Poison, fire, lightning, anything is perfect. Now we get to relics, and we have a good selection here. If you notice, I have 5 slots. You're going to start out with 4. You have to be selective with what you want. But when starting out, this one right here, the ethereal cloak, you should have immediately. This is a good one because this is going to allow all your balls to pass through enemies like a ghost. You really want this, especially starting out, because it clears waves. But the Warhorn is also good. All baby balls, which are just the non-powered balls you have, deal 20% more damage. Why would you not want this? This is going to help out. Now, because I am using my character that already has the ghost-like ability, I don't need this. So we're going to choose the Warhorn. Now look, I've got 2 streams, and I'm just smacking them. That's all I'm doing. And I'm noticed, because they're flying through everybody, double stream, 20% extra damage, I'm causing some problems. If you use the cohabitants and aim at the wall, you're hitting everywhere due to that bouncing nature. Now, we're going to do this. So if you notice, Brood Mother mixed with the egg sac meaning every time it hits enemies, it explodes into 2 to 5 baby balls. So you're getting like 10 extra hits roughly. The Brood Mother does the same thing. So we're going to get this egg sac really quick. By the way, another good passive that you'll unlock is the pressure valve. Every time you kill an enemy, they explode and cause explosion damage. It's good. But we're going to get the egg sac. Now, this gives me an extra ball for extra damage, but if you notice, I'm just killing it. So this gives me enough time to walk around, grab those blue crystals you're seeing, so I can just keep upgrading my boy. All right, now let's go into it. Let's go ahead and get my egg sac up to 3 so we can do some fusion. Yep, so notice, I'm just annihilating them. The balls are going everywhere. I'm not gonna worry here. Let me just do some direct damage. Make sure that you know the pain you're causing me. There we go. Now, you notice that little rainbow thing there? That's going to allow me, well, to do a fusion. So notice, I can mix fire and ice to make, well, a really sweet ability. Or, I can take this, which I'm going to grab this one, Cell. Splits into a clone on hit 3 times, so I'm just going to get a lot of these. And they don't even lose power when they split. But I can combine it with Poison to make Virus, one of my favorite ones. So we're going to do that. Now, here's a fun one, Fission. plus 2 to 5 upgrades. Every ball and relic you get and around can go up to level 3, including ones that you evolve. So fission is a great thing early on to upgrade your equipment. As you move through the game, get your upgrades, you'll have your equipment start at level 2 or even 3. So you don't need fission as much later on, but starting out, it's a good option to always pick until you learn what to fuse and what to evolve. Now let's look at fusions. Fusions allow you to take any balls that don't evolve, meaning they don't, like Pokemon, fuse together to create a new thing. Instead, you can combine them. So I can combine the poison with the egg sac, meaning all my little, sperm cells here are becoming toxic sperm. But we don't need that. We're going to evolve. Reason why, we're going to create the Spider Queen. Has a 25% chance of birthing an egg sac each time it hits an enemy. So here we go. Doing a little bit of that fusion dance. And perfect, we got the Spider Queen. Now, the good news is this gives me a ball slot back, so now I can keep trying to upgrade, evolve, and building more ridiculous builds. About to clear the field, and here we go. Now, here, critical hits deal 19 to 28 bonus damage. That's fantastic, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upgrade my cell so I can make virus. One thing you're gonna wanna prioritize, you need a strong deck. So, prioritize making sure your balls are level 3. Prioritize making sure that you are constant. So I got here it is. Virus. Applies 1 stack of disease to units it hits. Disease lasts for 6 seconds and it spreads. It's like the T-virus from Resident Evil. But yeah, upgrade your relics and balls to level 3. Now, prioritize your balls over your relics. Your relics are nice and the upgrades are nice and you will get them. But you need to constantly be upgrading your balls and fusing them and getting new balls to replace that empty slot. You want a broken deck, all right? This is IV training in Pokemon. Get that lit setup. So here we go. We're gonna make virus. Now we can go ahead and get a mixture for fire. And here we go. Perfect. Now, with fire and this, I'm going to be able to create a bomb, which is awesome. So we're going to take it. And that's a metal ball. All it is, it's a big hitter. It's a super swing, pretty much. All right, now we get the ghost ball. Now, we're not going to do that. All right, balls deal 80% more damage after hitting the back of the field. Otherwise, damage reduced by 20. Now, because my character, the embedded, makes balls go through enemies, they're going to hit the back of the field. Meaning, after they hit the back of the field, they do 80% more damage. That's a sweet deal in this case. But remember, as I said, prioritize your balls. But for the moment, this upgrade works with my build. So I'm going to do it. You're going to see how much damage I'm about to do. See how they're just smacking the back of the field back there? I am murdering them. See how worth it is? So you have to know your builds. You have to know the powers that you're working with. It's very important. So here's that fission. Just goes through. And I got lucky. Sometimes it only upgrades one item. You're about to see what I'm working with. And now, we're having problems. Now, when you first start this game out, you're going to find laser balls. Always get lasers, and I'm going to show you exactly why. There it is. Just making it rain. And then little tip and trick. Early on, an early ball evolution you can get is the vertical and horizontal laser together to make a cross laser. It's worth it, and it looks sick as fuck. Oh yeah, here we go. So now we are at the mini boss of the stage. So as you get later in the game, there will be 2 mini bosses and then a final boss. For starting out, there's 1 mini boss and then the boss, final boss. All right, so let's check it out. What do we want? So we got Hourglass. Balls deal 150% damage, but damage decays by 30% each time they bounce. With the hatchet and the horn, I'm already doing a ton of damage. So this just adds a ton of damage. So you can just shoot straight at enemies and hit them with a bunch of power. It's worth it. So I'm gonna just aim straight at him. Notice he's not doing well. You'll start on bosses because you don't have health bars, at least till the final boss. You're gonna notice that their frame is cracking. Literally, it's breaking apart. You'll see it, So it's breaking apart. Now, you're not gonna see it in this round, but if enemies get too close, like down here where my guys are at, they are out of room. They're not gonna just go away. They're going to attack you directly. And that's where you have to look at that bar in the bottom left of my screen. Let's go ahead and get this to level 2. Do my fishing. There it is. So if you notice, that little red orb in the bottom left of the screen is my health bar. I definitely want that. All right, so eyeball temperature, John, 23. I want that, of course, to stay full. The blue bar above it is going to be your XP bar. You notice as I get all these XP crystals, it's upgrading. You definitely want that because we'll get upgrades. All right, here we go. Let's get this to level 3. And now we can get my upgrade, make a bomb. And if I can get a poison cloud, I can get a better evolution and get a nuclear bomb. And I just might. Like, so far, I'm killing it. All right, this is another good one. Balls deal 20% damage until they hit a wall. This pairs perfectly with that hourglass, because that means you're getting 170 bonus damage before you hit a wall. And with the ghost ability, that's 170% damage to every enemy in the way before you hit a wall. It's a really nice blend, so we are going to take that. Like I said, my goal in this is just to show you how fucking busted this is. This build is murdering them, and you can just cruise all the way through. There we go. Notice, they're just going wild in the back. There it is. All right, all right, all right. So one tip. Notice, I'm not going to get that evolution thing yet. I'm going to see if I can get anything first. But, you know, actually, let's do it. So it's going to make me do fishing regardless. Upgrade everything. Nice. Everything should be a good level 3. All right, except for my bomb. Slow down enemies same column by 50%. No, let's go ahead and upgrade my baby ball damage. Now, one thing to note, and I'll do it on the next upgrade, you can re-roll, and I advise you to be better than I was, and don't be scared to re-roll. All right, you're going to want optimal builds in this game. Starting out, they let you feel like you're a god, they make you feel really powerful, and then they make you feel like a bitch later on. So I'll show you a re-roll in a second, regardless of what it is. Like I said, I'm going to kill this run, so it doesn't matter. All right. So, okay, another one. You're going to get Earthquake early on. Earthquake is a ball that you want. Now, notice, I can banish things by clicking square, meaning it disappears from this run. Meaning, as you figure out what build you want to go for, you don't need items you don't care about anymore because they're going to get in the way. Or you can re-roll, and you get more re-rolls as you unlock the game further. We're going to get this poison to make the nuclear bomb, and I'm hyped about this. And then we'll get some fishing, upgrade everything. All right, that wasn't the upgrades I wanted, but it's okay. Any upgrade is a good upgrade. If you got it in your party, you might as well get it more powerful. Like, if you ever make a mistake or you didn't get the options you want, don't stress. This game thrives on creativity. You're going to want to feel creative. You're going to want to take chances. You're going to want to mess around. It does reward you for it a lot of times. Most things work really well together. I got the sword. Each kill heals you by 5, but we're going to do a reroll. I want to get some upgrades on my stuff here. There we go. Let's get that fishing again. Get my bomb upgraded. Damn. However, I just need to upgrade the bomb. And, okay. The baby rattle with this build is exactly what you want. You gain 1.5 baby balls. At level 3, it's ×2. Watch this shit. So many extra shots coming in. And I'm still going to be able to get my final upgrade. There's plenty of time. But until then, I have so many strong hits coming out. I mean, what do you do? There it is. Oh yeah, going wild. There we go, get my upgrade. Bam. We'll get my nuclear bomb right here. Now, the nuclear bomb's where it's at. So instead of being a big explosion surrounding the screen, it is now going to explode when hitting an enemy, dealing a ton of damage and applying radiation to everybody. Watch it work. Look at the mushroom clouds. It's in my top 3 favorite ones. Satan's probably my favorite. Satan's really hard to get, by the way. And after this, because we're going to be to the final boss here pretty soon, I'll go ahead, run you down, and show you, well, my collection. Just show you what you can unlock ball-wise. And if you don't want to watch that, that's okay. I don't want to ruin something for you. So being this late to the game, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab Bleed, just because Bleed's really cool, and go from there. Bleed is one of the best starting affixes you can get. It really messes with enemies. Terrible. Just terrible for their well-being. Causes mad damage. Oh my god. I might get hit. It's gonna be my first hit. There it is. It's okay, I got my health back up. Not that they're really messing with me. I'm a little too far gone for that. So I could fuse these together. I could. But I'm going to fuse Virus with Bleed. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade everything. Now, one tip, you'll figure it out as you play. You cannot evolve or fuse anything until it's level 3. But now everything is level 3 in my life. And once everything's level 3, you have no more slots available. You can just start getting golden resources. Which is a good thing, you know? Keep it building. I'm going to get some stone. Now collecting resources isn't really worth much, but it's fine. And I can't really evolve anything anymore, so I can fuse it. So I'll show you a fusion right after this, which is good. This gives you a full view of what you can accomplish in a run. God, I love the way the enemies look. Just little battle pieces coming to war. Get a little bit more stone. And if you notice at the very right, I bet you've already noticed it, that is the progress bar. That is how far we're going in our level. At the very top, well, that's the final boss. And on this level, I picked this character build also because the final boss is a mushroom spore. It's just hundreds of them. Well, not really hundreds, like 50 of them. And, well, I just got to defeat all of them. And this build is literally built for that. And so once you understand the levels, understand the bosses, you'll understand more of what you need to make it, well, just more efficient. You can win any game pretty much with any build. There are definitely ones that are easier and harder, but if you can be strategic enough, yeah, you can make it work. Making it rain. Come on. Almost there. Now notice, as you get further in a level, they do get stronger. So all of them have fat health. It doesn't matter. I'm about to be at the boss. Oh, I see you're alive now. And now that we're at the boss, this is all that's left of these enemies. And now I got them. And so on this one, just shoot straight ahead. All the balls are going to go wild regardless. Grab this Stevie Stone. And notice, I am taking their numbers down. They're going to spread out a bit. It doesn't matter, though. Just get right up on them. Spread them out. Take care of their boys. If you notice these red circles on the ground, it's these little purple guys that are causing that problem for me. And just like that, we're about to be at the end. Get a little bit more detailed route here, and game. As you can see, that build is, well, it's stupidly busted. Alright, so now we can return to base, upgrade, do it all over again. And so the last thing that I'm going to leave you with is just the compendium. So yeah, notice I got a ton of resources. I'm pretty equipped. So I just want to show you in here the balls you can get. This is what I have. I still have 3 to unlock. That's all I got left. And I don't even know which ones they are. But regardless, there's a ton to unlock in this game. It's so worth it. But this is my tips and tricks guide. So remember, keep your balls upgraded, understand how each character works, and they all are good. Some are even just kind of fun to have. And remember, when you're doing your base here, storage, money, farming, keep it separate, keep it tight, keep getting stronger. Other than that, dude, that's gonna cut it. Let's hop to that outro. All right, dude, that's going to cut it. You have heard my review. You've seen my gameplay with overview and tips, and it's time to go. So if you do me a favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel. It helps me. Drop a comment below if you're going to play Ball X Pit. I'd love to talk to you about it. Or just tell me your roguelite of the year or your least favorite. I don't care, man. Let's have a conversation. And as always, click to this side of my head to subscribe to my channel to be up to date on all future games that I cover, and to this side of my head to go to my playlist to check out all the games I've already covered. Guarantee you your next dirty fix is in there. So go on, get that dirty little fix. And as always, I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.